Hey everyone, Cell here. I've seen quite a number of videos out there about how to make a +2 skill amulet, but very few of them show the actual process of doing so in-game. I recently made one in Solo Self-Found, so I recorded the process to make a video out of it and do exactly that. I don't personally have any knowledge of the market, so this may or may not be worth doing, depending on the cost of materials, but if you're in Solo Self-Found or just interested in the process, this video is definitely for you. If you find the video helpful or enjoy it, please give it a like and subscribe for more content in the near future. First up is the base. Simple enough for this one. We'll want an item level 75 or higher amulet to be able to roll the mods we want. I went with a Jade amulet since my build is pretty starved for dexterity, Righteous Fire Juggernaut. Next step is to spend a ton of alterations trying to get a +1 to level of all skill gems. On average, this will take 1700 to 2400 alterations at item level 75, a little bit more if you go higher than that. And that also depends on whether or not you augment it or not. If you do, it's against alterations, but obviously you have to augment whenever you have an open prefix. It is a ton of clicking and easily the most annoying part in my opinion. I unfortunately don't have footage of this, but imagine tunnel visioning on one spot in your stash tab and clicking 2,000 times, and that's pretty much the gist of it. On essentially the hardest part, there is some randomness involved in the next few steps, but at this point there's no way to lose the +1 mod, making it an effective checkpoint for the item. After that, we'll need some Crasic Chimeral Beasts, the imprint beasts, in order to make an imprint. This is where some paths may split when crafting the item depending on your available resources or what ends up being most cost effective. The goal is to have a rare amulet with only the +1 skills mod on it. To get that, we have to regal the amulet, then annul off the other mods. If you annul the +1, you use the imprint, make another imprint, and then try again. If at any point you have a rare amulet where the only prefix is the +1, or in other words you regal the suffix, you can craft prefixes cannot be changed and annul. This will cost you more divines but less imprint beasts, keeping in mind that you can annul off the meta mod and have to craft again. In this case, I just decided to go for the annulment, and I ended up getting pretty lucky, getting it on my first try. Once we have our 1 mod rare amulet, we can harvest craft it. This will need a Sacred Blossom and a pile of life force. Before that, we craft multi-mod, cannot roll attack modifiers, and prefixes cannot be changed. In doing so, we limit the number of available mods that can be added with harvest crafts. The craft itself always adds a mod before removing another mod, which means when we augment fire mods, it rolls from the list of available fire tagged prefixes that don't also have an attack tag. There's only one of those, so we'll always get +1 to level of all fire skill gems. The next step is an optional one, but I decided to go for it because I planned on using the amulet for multiple characters, and there was another mod I could guarantee that would be useful for both characters, which was Chaos Res. This one is also pretty simple, but a bit different. This time I crafted multi-mod, prefixes cannot be changed, and any prefix. This means the harvest add remove will always add a chaos suffix, of which there's only chaos resistance. Of course, it has multiple tiers, so you could get unlucky with a low chaos roll, and in this case I wind up with 10%, which is unfortunate, but there was a chance to get as high as 20, 25, 30, which would have been great. And the last step here is to multi-mod. There are a few different things you could do to finish off the item, but there is some risk involved in each of them. So, for example, I could have used a Veiled Chaos, but there was a chance that I got a prefix I didn't want, so I went with the safe option of multi-modding life and a minimum frenzy charge. This also leaves the option open to recraft the multi-mod if I want to in the future, to say minimum endurance charges on a trapper that generates frenzy charges but no endurance charges. And that's pretty much the item finished. Hope you found the video helpful or at least entertaining in some way. regardless, let me know in the comments what you think of the format, because I'm looking to bring out some more videos like this in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.